PirateSoftware, everyone's favorite ego-driven nepo baby locale loser. Honestly, one of the funniest things that has happened this year by far, has decided to do the ultimate stupid move and respond to the allegations. And you know why that is stupid? Because everything alleged against him, for, almost all of it, has receipts backing it. So everything he says can be just disproven because there are receipts of his actions. And why do I have the feeling that this is going to be a bunch of lies? Because there is literally no way that you sell the idea that you're not a piece of shit, like Thor here, without lying. So let's have some fun.
There's a whole lot of weird statements and allegations and content nukes and all this kind of stuff being levied against me, and I've refuted those things in many different locations on the internet, but I thought it'd be good to put together this video so you guys had it all in one location.
Is this already a lie, by the way? Because as far as I know, he has never tried to refute anything. He has just banned and silenced people who have spoken or made questions about it.
Because people are fighting over little pieces of information and ones that they hadn't heard and all of this kind of stuff everywhere that they can. So if I put it all in one location, it's much easier for you guys to find everything, and then you can just divert people to this instead. Much easier. And no, I'm not going to monetize this video. I just want to get this out there so you guys can actually see what the hell is going on.
What a hero. Did you hear that? He's not going to monetize the video. He must be a hero. Well, I'm going to double monetize with this video then.
Going on the other side. Number 1, Maldivus Figtree. This is the character that everyone's talking about. You'll actually see this posted all over the internet with people trying to use it as some kind of a gotcha against me. Except this character's never been secret. I talk about it all the time on stream, and I usually refer to Second Life, which is where this character resides, as an adult version of Roblox. And this character isn't just used in Second Life either. In fact, I've used it in other games. Kill the Moon is a demo that I never ended up releasing because it kind of sucks. It was fun to build, something kind of a side thing, took us maybe 2 months to do, and it was a good exercise, kind of like doing a game jam. But there's the character. I use him everywhere, because it's my cool old object head character, and
Okay, I see what this guy is gonna do. He's gonna obfuscate the problems. So, Maldivus Figtree, when we're talking about that, it's not the character, okay? This brightly neon-colored character, or whatever the hell this is not a part of the conversation even. No one cares about this thing, whatever it is, even existing. Maldivus Figtree, the conversation around that, is the fact that Thor tries to hide who Maldivus Figtree is. He has banned people for questioning or bringing it up on stream before this whole bonanza started. He has taken down YouTubers' contents and DMCA strike people, which is also very well known. Even again, all of this before it started. Maldivus Figtree is not a character. It is who he previously was. And who he previously was under Maldivus Figtree is a DDoS attacker, scammer, gaslighter, basic liar just in general, and a complete shit piece of crap human being. That's who Maldivus Figtree is. And that's why he tried so hard to scrub this from the internet. And no one has ever mentioned anything about this avatar, how it looks, what it does, or whatever. It's the thing that surrounds the username, because it's his history, all that he has done previously. That's the problem with Maldivus Figtree right here.
With that in mind, the allegations that were brought against me were pretty goddamn heavy, but they're also not the first time they've been brought against me. The first time was in August of 2024, where I had to put out this announcement that's still up in the news channel on our Discord. I said apparently some people believe that I ripped off an underage artist 16 years ago. That artist went by Wingless Emoto at the time and is now known as Mameface on Twitter. They were 17 and I was 19 when all of this went down, and no, we never did anything sexual together. We made avatars in Second Life and our work was really popular.
Yep. More lies. Okay, so this is completely devaluing the thing that people said. So, did he rip off an artist? Yes. There is literally chat logs of the conversation, okay? And it's pretty blatant that he just got that person fired because he didn't want to pay them and tried to make everything they do a hell. There are literal chat logs. You can go watch my previous videos or look this up. It is very blatant. Again, everything of this has evidence behind it. After, the fact that 17 and 18, first of all, we don't know these ages that well, but most likely it was 16 and 20. So that's one thing. Second of all, no one claimed anything sexual had happened. That's from the content nuke thing. But it doesn't really line up too much. Well, it does line up, but it doesn't line up that anything bad happened. But the fact of the matter that he's not even trying to deny here is the fact that for some reason, someone who was above 19, 18 or whatever, decided that it's a good idea to go meet a 16, 17-year-old in real life. Now, why would you ever do that, I wonder? For? What would ever be the reason? I don't know. Guess we'll never find out. That is the allegation, and he's not even bringing it up. Wow.
And by really...
And the avatars in Second Life that were sold by this 16-year-old who did it were all blatantly furry fetishes. They sold fetish avatars. So he had a 16-year-old create sexually charged content, and there's no way anyone's gonna tell me, oh no, it wasn't like that. Shut up.
Popular, I mean, we were one of like the top 3 avatar creators at the time. The two of us made about $5,000 to $10,000 US every month doing this. They did all the models, and I did all the programming in LSL. This is
so it was more than 2 people. The way that he just said that sounds that there's 2 people. No, there were more people than that. And again, we have receipts. We have chat logs from that time. And these chat logs show that he got rid of this person working for him because he didn't feel like that person was doing enough work and was getting paid too much for not doing enough work. Because every time something sold, that person got a commission, which means that person, if they wanted to be lazy, they easily could be lazy and still get money, which was not something that he liked and enjoyed. So he wanted all the money for himself. That's why he kicked that person. And he did it in the most scummiest way possible. He kicked them and then reported them to the police because they were 16, while knowing full well that when he got this thing started, they were 16. So yeah, that's a part of the story that he's not saying for some reason. Strange, isn't it? And again, go watch previous videos. All of this has literal receipts.
Part of me being a freelancer back in the day before my career really took off. We had a falling out over pay splits, and Wingless open sourced our work.
The pay splits falling out was caused by him. He lied about the pay splits and what happened there. The person making those things wanted to get paid like once a week or every time something sold or whatever. I don't remember this. And Tor did not like that. He wanted to get rid of that person, obviously. And so he said, oh no, we're gonna just pay you once a month at the start or end or whenever it was. And then he lied it's because of tax reasons. And anyone who has even 2 brain cells know that that's impossible because you don't have to report to the IRS or whoever is your tax person every time you make a sale of something. You do it at the end of the month, at the end of the year, or however it's set up. You don't have to, there is no situation where you have to report everything to the taxman the moment a piece of gum sells.
Wingless wanted 80-20. Our agreement was 50-50. When I said no, Wingless took all of our stuff, sent it out to the entire world with full permissions. Second Life has a permission system where you can change the permissions that the next user has, and by checking all of the boxes, they had free reign.
So this is something that people told me about that involves US law, and that is the fact that, well, he actually doesn't own her shit, because that person being 16, 17, 15, or even 5, doesn't matter. They cannot sign a legal contract that allows the company, aka Maldivus Figtree's company, to own the shit she makes because she's underaged. So he doesn't actually own the stuff, and she can still do whatever he wants with the stuff. And that's why he tried to report her to the authorities. Very cool.
to distribute, modify, and copy our work infinitely. They never got fired, they quit on their own and did this on the way out. Tabloids at the time do what tabloids do. We were kind of a big deal in the game at the time for the avatars we were selling, so they made extreme and idiotic statements and took the side of just the artists without reaching out to me. These tabloids still exist and people are starting to dig them up now. That's it. This is 20-year-old drama.
I have no idea what. Well, there was like a tabloid article about this, but that tabloid article was shit. But again, we literally have screenshots of those conversations years and years and years ago.
Now, here's the interesting part. Mame and I made up 4 to 5 years later. We've been best friends ever since. You can actually reach out to them to confirm any of this. We'd been talking about them coming on stream to stop this tide of idiocy because this isn't the first time. This isn't even the second time. This has happened for years. People try to do it all the time to try and take me down, and the two of us always shut it down together because it's wrong. It's completely wrong. And it's using Wingless, or Mameface, as a weapon to try to bludgeon me when we're friends. And if you don't believe me, well, let's just go look at it together. Here's the post by Wingless, Mameface. I'm Wingless Emoto. I really was 17.
Yeah. I'm also Wingless Emoto, by the way, if you did not know. This is just a front. I was the 16-year-old girl all along.
And nothing sexual happened. If anything had happened, I would have outed him in 2008. See, there's the problem.
Yeah, we talked about this. You know why no one ever believes grooming victims? Because the concept of grooming is to make the person being groomed believe that nothing bad is happening. So, this person saying, oh, nothing bad happened, no one cares. That's the point of grooming. No one cares.
Made this post publicly on the internet, and people didn't care. In fact, they also made this post publicly on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I talked about this. The most sus post ever. This person says, hey, all of this is wrong, and PirateSoftware in 5 minutes, turns out, replies and says, this. Seems like was kind of set up.
On the content nuke for this, and people didn't care. They tried to say that Wingless was actually a sock puppet account of mine, except Mameface's account here is from 2013. And then they tried to say, oh, well, maybe...
Oh, wow! That, again, we have no proof that this is the person. We don't even have proof that this is the person. In fact, proving it is almost impossible. And now he's trying to tell us, oh, look at this. This is an old account. It's from 2013. 2013? That's old. Must be true. He could have easily had a sock puppet account in 2013.
Maybe it's him anyway, and he's just been playing the long game. The goalposts keep shifting, but we keep providing...
Okay, that's a blatant dishonest lie. Knowing how Tor acts, the DDoSing, the attacks, the gaslighting, the lies, the vitriol, the everything, this motherfucker probably had a sock puppet account before the term sock puppet was even invented. So, there is a chance that this is a sock puppet account. There is no way to prove this because there's no information that actually corroborates that this is that person, except him saying it is, which I don't believe.
Evidence. From there, somebody actually did try to impersonate Mameface with a Wingless Emoto YouTube account. The only account they ever had before was Wingless Chimera, and the reason why is because Wingless Emoto is a Second Life name. Emoto is the last name that you could choose from a list of names to put on your character, kind of like mine had Figtree. And at the time, there was no way to change this. Their handle was never Wingless Emoto. It was Wingless Chimera and now Mameface. And when the internet inevitably brings this up in
what the fuck is this? How is this proof of it? I'm sorry, how is this proof of anything? I'm sorry, this is not proof of anything. Oh, look, here's some person who I say is wrong and not a real thing. Oh, Wingless Emoto was never their real name. Now, listen, I am actually, again, the 16-year-old girl. It is what it is, boys. Life's hard, okay? Testosterone and shit. Yeah, again, there's no proof of this. He's just saying something that no one can prove even remotely to be true as proof. This is all lies, probably. There's no way to prove that this is even remotely true.
Another 3 months to 6 months, I'll just show them this video because we've refuted this time and time again. And the two of us are still friends after almost 2 decades. You're not going to kill that, and you're not going to kill me with these allegations.
Seems
now for
legit.
the second one, Asmongold. I recently went on Asmongold's
Asmongold? Dude, no one even gives a shit about this.
stream, and I talked about a game called Ashes of Creation.
Does anyone even care about this?
People feel betrayed. content creator called Narc. The reason that I had the conversation with Asmongold in the first place is because of this. As you can see, it shows a desert that's kind of, well, drab content here. You see, this is the very edge of the map in an area that's not finished in a very early alpha people. Now, to understand how big of a deal that is, Ashes of Creation's primary Discord only has about 100,000 members. Our community is about 20,000 of those. We play this game all the time and refuted the claims. The problem was some of the people in chat were still saying, oh, that's fake, that's the developer, he's lying just to be talking about the game. And as
okay, I don't care about this at all. No one's even mad about this, really. It's his own fans, who are actually his own fans, who are mad about this. I don't care in the slightest.
I thought. Heartbound, the indie game that I work on. People are currently review bombing this. They're very upset, and I can understand why in some of those cases I haven't worked on the game for the last year. I could have communicated better this entire time.
Yeah? Wait! Now he's saying year. Previous in the last video I think that we watched, he was saying, oh, I'm working on it every week or something like that. Okay, so now he says year. Previously, every other time he says I'm working it on every month or week. That's already a contradiction, buddy.
Time, though, and that's completely on me. I'm a dumbass for not putting out more announcement posts and releasing information to you guys to let you know that what was going on, and I was stressed the entire time and acting like a fool. With that in mind, I've...
For 8 years straight? Damn, that's a lot of stress, buddy.
Started putting out updates on this game again. We actually put the first one out on January 19th, 2020.
Yeah, this is when Steam said that this must be done because otherwise people keep shit in early access forever and it's a scam. Yeah, wow, he doesn't want Steam to remove his game from the Steam store. Very brave, very bold.
25. I made an announcement out to the Discord about this on that date saying that we'd be moving to monthly update builds. Everybody was really excited about
because that's what Steam demands of you. Otherwise you get taken down and people get refunded because you're a fucking scam.
This, and they're quite happy with it. I then put out a video talking about what was going on and why this all happened. People seem to really like this. It's sitting at 4K likes on it. It's got about 93,000 views, and most of the people inside of the core community were really excited about the prospect of the game coming out now. And we have it all listed in timestamps for everything that's going on there and why we're doing all of this kind of stuff. With that in mind, this led to the review bomb, but it didn't stop me from working on it. On February 1st, I released...
Let's just ignore that he needs to deliver the last part of the game for 8 years now. Yeah, sure. Again, none of this proves him right. So yeah, so this whole video is just gonna be him lying and misrepresenting things as they happened. Again, he's not even mentioning how long it took him to make the first 2 parts of the game, and now that it's taking him literally 8 years to make the last part of the game, and how he stopped effectively even updating it after some kind of, I don't remember when, but you can see it all in the Heartbound playlist. We literally checked it yesterday.
Released the first patch, just like I said I was going to. We put out the patch notes for it, I made another announcement on the Discord, and I plan to make the next patch on March 1st. In fact, I work on it all the time. I was even showing it off on stream earlier. This is part of the new environment that I'm putting together to be able to get this out to the rest of the public on...
Wow, look at that! He placed tiles! Oh, that is so much!
March 1st. There's a lot of dialogue in here, and it's the end of a chapter, so there's a huge amount of stuff that I have to do. I've also updated the Heartbound...
The end of the chapter doesn't mean that's the end of the game?
ARG in the background, which a lot of people don't even realize is there. But we'll talk more about ARGs and puzzle mechanic stuff later. So with all of that in mind, if you're still upset at me about this, I get it. For those valid reasons of not communicating and not putting out information and not putting out updates to the game, I understand.
No one is mad because you're not communicating. Everyone is mad because it has been taking you 8. The years keep increasing. I want to say 9 instead of 8 constantly. 8 years! 8 fucking years it has been in early access, buddy. The 3rd act. And no one has seen anything. This is the first part of this is the first picture probably of the 3rd act that he reveals in 8 goddamn years. What a hero. Again, he's completely not even mentioning the fact that Steam now requires you to actually update the game if it's in early access, otherwise you're going to be labeled a scam and deleted off the Steam store.
And I hear you, and I'm sorry for that. For the other amount of posts that are on there, there's quite a lot of them that you'll find inside of those reviews that aren't even about the video game. They'll put things in there like Maldivus Figtree, which we discussed from the first part of this video, or complaining about...
Yeah, video a lot. And again, he's not addressing any of this. This video is almost halfway fucking through, and Essay is not addressing any of this.
Talking to Asmongold, or saying manager.
No one cares about Asmongold.
From World of Warcraft, because they still haven't let that go. Or all the other shit that goes on.
Yeah, you literally quadruple. Dude, the whole conversation ended with him being kicked because he quadrupled down. You can see Soda Poppin's. I have seen Soda Poppin's video. He literally fucking quadrupled down on the fact that he's a god and did nothing wrong, and it's everyone else's fault.
It's all of the allegations all of the time, and because of that, I had to lock down the Steam forums to stop people from talking about this stuff, because it's incredibly obnoxious. Not to stop them from giving critique or, saying like, oh, you did a bad thing. Stopping them from...
Yeah, but it also doubles with that. Strange.
Doing things like posting my home address and telling me to kill myself, because that's what a lot of them were. And we reported those...
I don't believe that.
Steam, and I can thank you, Steam, for banning those accounts for doing that. If you're just a normal player...
I have heard him say this yesterday, but I haven't seen it.
They're caught in the crossfire. Again, I am sorry. Please wait until March 1st and the 1st of every month thereafter for the next updates.
By the way, is it possible that it happened? Yeah, actually very possible. But again, this is not something I have seen. I have just heard him say, oh, people told me to KIS. Oh no, the horror. Bitch, turn off the fucking internet.
Now for the next one, which is Ashes of Creation. Ashes of Creation is an MMO that is in very early alpha. I actually talked about it earlier in this video during the Asmongold segment. Something that I play quite frequently, and I play on the Lyneth server, and I am currently the mayor of Halcyon. I actually just got re-elected, so thank you, glorious population. With that in mind, it's a game that is a social sandbox, and if you've never played one of those, they're usually built on player conflict. There's a lot of propaganda that's put out, there's a lot of shit-talking between players and things like that.
Okay, how does that matter?
EVE Online or Albion or Foxhole. If you've ever played Foxhole before, you know that the wardens eat babies as an example of propaganda, right? Very simple stuff. Collies definitely don't, though. So with that in mind, this server is rife with this kind of behavior. It's very normal. And there's a lot of tension on the line because we're constantly combating each other and trying to get the upper hand through different resources. In one of those groups that I was in, inside of my own guild, I accidentally pulled some...
How does any of that matter? He's trying to... Wait, so he's trying to lessen the blow here? Because I know all of this. I have seen all of this. He's trying to lessen the blow that Ashes of Creation is supposed to be a game where you try to murder each other in real life? Okay. Very good. Very cool.
Something with a spell called Ball Lightning, and you can see it kind of off in the back there. I thought somebody else in the group pulled this, and I was really pissed off, and I blamed the rest of the team. And the reason why I had done that is because earlier on in the fights, people just kept pulling random shit. And then I accidentally pulled random shit, and I looked like a dumbass because I was an angry dumbass. This was entirely my fault. And later on, when we reviewed the footage, we realized it was entirely my fault, and then I apologized to everyone involved.
Wait! This is a blatant lie! Oh my god! This is a blatant lie! I'm gonna check, I'm gonna check if I can find a video. PirateSoftware, Ashes of Creation... Right, there we go. Let's see if we can actually find it. Quinn reacts. Narc video? Shit, I don't think I can find it. But he's not gonna show the video. He's not pressing the play button. Because the moment he presses the play button, it's just over. Because everything he just said is a lie. Okay? Everything that motherfucker just said is a lie. Okay? Oh, actually, no. Maybe I know where to find it. Give me a second, because this is the most blatant, easy-to-prove lie
I've
ever.
had a few friends.
Okay. I remember watching this video, so maybe we can actually find it. Is it? Yes, this is the video. Where is the poll that he... Let's see it. Sucks at game. No. It's probably different. Man, I wish I could find it. But again, if you can find this video, the one that he is showing, and you press play, which he won't do. Okay, we can see that it's frozen. Because the moment you unfreeze the video, it's live. He's completely making up everything that's happening in this video. You know how this video happens? This video happens where they pull a mob that insta kills people who look at it, and then he says, "I'm gonna kick the retard who did this. How are you people so stupid? Blah 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 blah." And after someone reviews the footage and they say, "You actually are the one who pulled it," and he's like, "No, that's a lie. That's not true." He looks at the footage and it's 100% him who did it. Okay. He doesn't even consider himself to be responsible. The moment this happens, he just instantaneously is calling everyone else stupid and retarded. And then, well, everyone sees the clip, and it's very clear that he is 100% responsible for this pull. And the moment that happens, he does not take any responsibility whatsoever about the situation. He instantaneously starts blaming other people that they are doing the right thing, and so on and so forth. He just shifts the goalpost entirely. Damn! I'm so pissed that I can't just find a video of this, because it's so blatant. It is so absolutely just blatantly right in front of you. Ashes of Creation, a wipe, react, maybe? Let's write in this. Oh, wait, Summit's reaction. That could actually work.
God damn it.
Let's check if I can find the spot, if this is also the real one. Fuck. Oh, is this it? This is it.
Behind the pack.
Nothing else was there but the targets I was hitting, and the tank had pulled.
Okay. So
well before that ocular.
left corner. I am about to call out.
Anyone.
No, this will add literally 10 minutes of watch time because it's a Summit video, which we have also seen. But again, if you can just find it or watch previous my videos where we talk about this, the description he's giving here is a blatant 100% lie. Very blatant. That's why he's not pressing the play button. Because the play button would, if he did nothing wrong, just playing the fucking clip would exonerate him instantaneously. But no, he blames everyone, and when it's his fault, he still keeps blaming everyone and takes no responsibility.
Later on, we ended the raid, and we moved on to other content. All of these people are still in the guild, and we still run with each other all the time. So I know people on the internet get really agitated about stuff clipped out of context, but here I was mad, and then we worked it out. Outside of that, the weird
Nope.
narratives that I've somehow been kicked from the server are completely false, as you've seen on my earlier
Never heard those narratives.
part of this video. I'm on a flying mount. Flying mounts are only available for mayors after getting reelected by people where they have to vote on me. We're also the dominant force on the server. We fight with everyone all of the time, as we should in any PvP-focused game, and we give a lot of reports and reviews and bug reports to the developers all the time. We also run internal information and have a thriving...
Oh, I get it. He's not addressing this. But one of the things that people are saying about his Ashes of Creation guild, that it's full of retards, and it's shit, and it is, by the way. Because you can see literal videos of smaller guilds just dominating this loser, while he is threatening them to camp them constantly on the server non-stop until they abandon the game. Which he fails at, because they get just destroyed. Which is funny. But that's not really neither here or there, that he would threaten someone because, either you do what he wants or not.
Thriving community of about 22,000 people on the Discord specifically for this game. So, not going anywhere. I haven't been kicked out, and this wasn't that big of a deal, even though I was a jackass in it. Now to the next one, where people are calling me a Nepo baby. For those who don't understand the term, a Nepo baby is somebody who got...
How is he gonna deny this? We literally yesterday's video of PirateSoftware, there's literally a clip where he calls himself a Nepo baby.
their job only through nepotism, never accomplished anything in their career, and never
Sounds
did
about
anything
right.
to deserve the position that they have. My
Yep.
father was the cinematic director for Blizzard for 23 years. He worked on basically everything going all the way back to the death and return of Superman and many other games, all the way up until now. And then he quit. He went off to Jagex and he worked on old school RuneScape, I believe as a creative director of some kind. With that in mind, he now streams on Twitch under the name of Yearjoy. People think that I got my job at Blizzard specifically because of him. In
Yes.
reality, I only had help from him in order to do my resume. But you're probably not going to believe me to say that, so I'm
Yes.
going to let him say it.
I remember one time he had his boss had come to me because he came to me to apologize that one of his people talked to me. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, well, Thor came up and was talking to you, and I don't think that's appropriate and stuff like that. I'm like, okay. I go, just so you know, I'm going to keep talking to Thor when he comes and talks to me because he's my son. This was 2 years after he worked for this guy, and this guy did not know
So funny thing here, he actually got the timeline wrong. That was 4 years into my career.
that Thor
So who's right here? Who's right here? And also, again, this does not prove that you're not a Nepo baby, okay? Getting hired, your boss may not actually know this, which doesn't seem even true, by the way.
was my son, and it's okay for Thor to come talk to me. You know, but it was
Again, this was one of the main executives at Blizzard, aka Cosby Suite. Anybody? This guy was definitely on the list of people who were eligible for the Cosby Suite. So there you have it.
and it was in public. It was in the quad at work. It's just, but it's like, no,
Literally one of the first 10 hires.
he can talk to me anytime, just like anybody else at Blizzard.
But this probably does disprove one thing that Thor's not even gonna bring up, and it's the fact that there were rumors. Now, no one knew if they were true, but it did sound hilarious, so we did laugh about that. The fact that his dad thinks that Thor is a loser does fit, doesn't it? So this, at best, only dispels that. The Nepo baby claims, how the fuck am I supposed to corroborate anything, okay? Listen, I was not only the 16-year-old girl that Thor met, but I was also the whatever director that Thor worked in Blizzard. That's right. I do a lot of things in my spare time. It is what it is.
Could come talk to me.
For those who don't understand,
Also, wait, which department did he say?
You know, but it was in public. It was in
into my career.
that Thor was my son, and it's okay for you know. I'm talking about. He goes,
Resume. But
his boss had come to me. Sometime he had his boss had come to me because he came to me to apologize that one of his people talked to me. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He
By the way, how fucked up is this that one of your people talked to me? The idea that that's even a thing, that is just messed up.
goes, well, Thor came up and was talking to you, and I don't think that's appropriate and stuff like that. I'm like, okay. I go, just so you know, I'm going to keep talking to Thor when he comes and talks to me because he's my son. This was 2 years after he worked for this guy, and this guy did not know.
so funny thing here,
He doesn't say which department. That's strange. You would always mention this in a real discussion. Oh, Thor's random boss gets the years wrong for some. This is just hard to swallow, you know? Again, fishy.
he actually, those who don't understand what's going on there, my own boss didn't know who my dad was. It's really hard to be a Nepo baby when the people who control your career have no idea who your connections are. Aside from
Ah, wait. Okay, so he is lying. Being a Nepo baby is not who controls your career. Being a Nepo baby is getting hired, being shit at your job, maybe, and not getting fired because you can't be fired. That is what a Nepo baby is. The career shit doesn't matter.
that, for the people who have this narrative, both myself and my brother applied at the same time. I got the job, and my brother didn't. Where was the nepotism for him? And now for the next one. People saying that I'm using a voice changer. I can actually just
This one's a 50-50. Maybe he actually can disprove this one. Imagine that. PirateSoftware doesn't lie about the first thing in his life. Woo.
control the vocal range of my voice. Just go like this and talk all the way down to the bottom of your vocal range. This isn't that hard. Then you go like this all the way up into your nose and talk like this. Amazingly, people's voices change over time, and they do this at different ages.
No, they don't.
as you go through life. On top of this, streaming and talking for 12 hours a day doesn't make that any easier or better. Outside of this, you can actually catch me on a bunch of other content creators' channels. I went and did a tailgate.
Wait. So he just does this, but doesn't... No, wait, he's showing a clip. Okay, he's showing some kind of clips, but... Okay, so he's not gonna prove that he doesn't have a voice changer. He just needs to go away from the microphone. And that's kind of the deal. He just needs to go away from the microphone. Not just, hey guys, I can talk like this if I want to. Yeah. Everyone fucking can do that, idiot. And this doesn't... Wait, so he is changing. He is using a voice changer. It makes sense. Because he's not just removing the microphone and talking away further. He's not doing any of that. And he's not bringing up his second puberty, the thing that he constantly previously brought up. Okay, maybe he does in the future. Let's see.
Party with Esfand in real life.
I'm going to tell you right now, Dix is good.
Yeah.
As you can see.
Yeah, no, I mean, these people are
Everyone
huge fans of
lines
Dix.
up for Dix.
I was in the middle of a forest with Bao.
A lot of mushrooms, like, you can only determine what they are by touching them or smelling them or tasting them.
I've been in the Streamer Awards, giving speeches.
Since 2016, actually. So
Bao.
A lot of mushrooms, like...
That's a completely different voice.
up for Dix.
I was in the middle of a forest with Bao.
A lot of mushrooms, like...
That is a completely different voice. Interesting.
You can only determine what they are by touching them.
Until the point where he is intentionally trying to speak in the microphone. Huh. Maybe it's not a voice changer. But well, admittedly, you could just do a voice changer there.
Or smelling them or tasting them.
I've been in the Streamer Awards, giving speeches.
Since 2016, actually. So, like, I cut it during that, because I worked for the government that made me cut it, and then I just never cut it before that either.
I also got caught by NMP LOL right out there on the street.
Nick, my chat wanted me to say hi.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Nice
yeah,
to meet
they're freaking out. You know? Yeah, so sorry, just have a good day.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, bye.
And you'll find that my voice is just about the same range the entire time. It goes up when I'm excited or nervous. It goes down when I'm tired or bored, just like everybody else. It's really weird that people...
Okay, this is probably the most convincing part of the video in that case. Again, it could just be the fact that he is changing his voice intentionally. It's hard to say, because that can be easily a real thing. But this is so far the most believable part, PirateSoftware. Wow, look at that! I'm so proud of you. Like, a literal minute of maybe not lying in 25-minute video. 10 out of 10.
People are obsessing about each and every little thing, but I guess that's the nature of the internet. If you don't believe me on this, I can't really fix this one for you, because anytime that I'd make something online, people would just claim it's doctored in some way. There were even people saying that they had hidden a voice changer inside of the microphone at the Streamer Awards, or that I got some kind of an implant in order to change my voice.
I have never heard that. I think he's making it up.
Now for the last one. People claim
The cheating allegations are blatantly 100% true.
claiming that I cheated in puzzle games, specifically Animal Well and Outer Wilds. Both of those games are games that I played live on stream. We had a whole blast of fun with it. People in the community really enjoyed it, and they were very, very long periods of time for both games. I believe Outer Wilds was beaten in one sitting, but it was a very long period of time, and Animal Well, I think, took the better part of a week at that point. I think it was like 40 hours on stream and 80 hours overall, most of which was just us sitting around trying to solve puzzles and do weird shit on stream.
That's a lie. Okay? If you watch the Animal Well footage and you watch the Outer Worlds footage, this is how it is. But roughly, you know, sometimes a long time, he's trying to figure out the puzzle. And he's trying to figure it out, and he's saying things that people understand, and, you know, you can actually tell the thought process behind it even, okay? Then he can't figure it out. Then he does this. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. And voila, puzzle solved. There are literal points that people show in the Outer Wilds specifically, where he bug solves a puzzle. Yeah. There are some puzzles that have bugs that activate things that are not supposed to be activatable, and he activates those bugs And he's like, ah, there it is. See, I got it all along. I knew this. And it's a bug. It's not supposed to work like that. There's no logic. It's just literally stand here, thing opens because bug. And it happens. And in Animalville, he literally solved puzzles in 10 minutes. Oh, where, the whole community of Animalville needed literally months to solve it. He solved a puzzle in Animalville that was designed to be solved by people collaborating over the forums and the internet. And he solo solved it. Yeah. And he's like, oh yeah, this is obvious. This is three tiles long, and this is also 3 tiles long. Yeah, so is every fucking thing else in the game, asshole. So, the cheating, there's no way he can disprove the cheating allegations.
A lot of people say that I cheated because I looked at my phone, because it was right
Yes.
here. Why would I cheat with my phone when I have a 3-monitor setup? It's a pretty easy way to talk about this. I have one monitor here that actually shows broadcast information, usually using game capture.
I think because it's a little bit more obvious when you do it like this, and the phone is slightly different.
So I could put a guide up here if I wanted to.
Also, he's probably going to mention this, I'm already calling it. The fact that he's going to say, oh, this was not a blind playthrough. I was allowed to look at the chat, which was not the thing. He, in no situation, was actually like, I'm going to read the chat because that's allowed. No. He was not allowed to read the chat. Those were his own rules. But then he responds to chat at some points because he's actually reading it also.
In the first place. This one is just OBS. I could put it right next to chat there, and it'd be really easy to hide it because I'm constantly looking at chat anyway. Or I could put it on the right and put it on another one where I put all my social media stuff. It doesn't make any sense to use a phone to look at a guide while you're running through a game like that when you could just look at anything else. Aside from that, I've
it also, okay, listen, how fucking dumb that argument is. It also doesn't make sense to not look at a phone where you can look at everything else. Like, it's not an argument if the exact opposite is equally true. I choose to look at my phone instead of the monitor. Okay, you fucking chose that. Yeah, and?
very long history in beating puzzle challenges. So let's get into it. This is Potato Hat Security, our old Team Potato with a whole bunch of guides for DEF CON challenges that we've solved throughout the years. My name on here.
Oh, he's gonna say now that he's a DEF CON badge owner, which he can't prove by just showing the badge, which he can't.
Here is Jason Thor Hall. I go by the middle name of Thor for a reason, because it is my middle name. Brett Beerhouse was the person that I got to go run with. He's a good buddy of mine back from the Blizzard days. DEF CON 22 was the first challenge that we actually went up against. And we didn't win, but we beat it. There was a shitload of puzzles that went along through this, and we had a blast doing this and learned a lot about cryptographic methods. I didn't know anything at the time when I first stepped into this arena back in DEF CON 22. That was back in 2014. After this was over, I went home and I tried to learn as much as I possibly could about cryptographic methods, hiding information, and reading books like this one called Code, The Hidden Language of Computer Hardware and Software by Charles Petzold. Awesome book, shitload of methods in it. I have a ton of books like
Okay, and?
this now because of this. And I went home and started making my own on a website called potatoplaid.net. Made it with Brett. It's actually defined.
Okay. Whatever this is kind of annoying me. So this is again what he has done throughout all of the video. It's impossible that I did X bad thing because I have a spoon at home and it's downstairs, and and I bought the spoon in a discount flea market in Pennsylvania while I was secretly levitating in Africa. Well, like, what the fuck does that even do? Like, okay, you're good at solving puzzles because you read a fucking book? What part of cryptography involves animal fucking value, dingus? None. You see what I mean here?
Funked now, but it had a ton of our own custom puzzle challenges on it. Then we went back to DEF CON 23, and we teamed up with a team called Council of Nine. After doing really well in the first challenge in 22, they wanted to have us on the team, and we agreed to join them, and we won. I got to write up this entire write-up this year as well, and we solved a bunch of cool shit together. One of the ones that I really had a blast working on was specifically the audio one, where I got to dive into DTMF using specifically Audacity to visualize the information. I love this. These types of things are really awesome. So whenever I play a puzzle game and I know that there's going to be cryptographic methods involved, I eat that shit up, dude. And if you're wondering if I actually did go to that, here's the badge for it. DEF CON 23. It's a radioactive badge that was actually obtained through winning that puzzle challenge that year. On the back, you...
Wait, oh my god, wait. DEF CON black badge. We have... Fuck, I can't. There's a bunch of these things, I can't tell. How to get the DEF CON black badge? Is that it?
You can see that there's a Lichtenberg figure, which is hit by plasma to create a small lightning configuration across it. There's also another puzzle on the back of this that was solved by CryptoK on Twitter. It's a...
I have no idea. Well, it's something like this. DEF CON Uber badge so hot it's radioactive. Uber badge. Is this the fucking black thing that he's talking about? I can't tell. I have no idea about the DEF CON things, you know? That's... Okay, so... The thing about DEF CON in Thor's history is the fact that he claims that he has some kind of badge that's super hard puzzles, like the hardest thing, and it's supposed to be some kind of black badge. But the black badge doesn't work like this. The black badge works like if you have 23 people on a team and you finish the hardest puzzles, you get 1/23 of the fucking badge, which would not be whatever the hell he's showing. Because people have been calling him out about lying of finishing the hardest whatever fucking puzzles it is in DEF CON that he constantly claims. And he has never shown the badge. And now he's showing this, but I can't tell from Google Images. Actually, let's not use Google Images. DEF CON Hacking Conference, Black Badge Hall of Fame. DEF CON 31 Black Badge? What the fuck is this? I have no idea what I'm looking at. Safe mode Black Badge. What? Oh, wait. Is this just the number of participants? Can we just find Thor? No? Yeah, okay, I can't find the DEF CON thing. But, okay, people who know what DEF CON is, please leave in the comments if this is the super ultra hard puzzle black badge or whatever it's called. Because, again, people have been asking him to show it for literally ages. He has never done it. He just claims constantly that he has it. And now he's showing this kind of badge to prove that he was there. Which no one even doubts, by the way. If there's one thing that no one doubts is the fact that he at least was there.
Running key cipher, and he built a way of cracking certain running key ciphers. After that, we went back at DEF CON 24, and we won again. DEF CON 24, we got a robot head. This is another black badge for winning a DEF CON challenge that is particularly hard. DEF CON 24 was actually written up on Council of Nine's website, because I was still running with them at the time as well, but I think their challenge page is defunct now, unfortunately. I wish we still had it, because I really, really enjoyed that challenge and doing that with them. The next year I left, and I went and joined what is called the Psychoholics. That's a new team that I'm on.
Okay, very cool. Yet I don't really care too much. Again, Animal Well is not fucking Like, listen, there's like a fucking badger, honey badger or something that requires you to change your, system, actual system time to a specific thing. And he does it. He's like, wait a minute? What if I change my system time here? Again, everyone who has watched this knows that he is cheating, and there is absolutely no fucking question about it. Or he's literally a 300 IQ genius, which he clearly is not.
Those didn't go. Ellingson Mineral Corporation, which you've no hackers, for about 72 hours, and we won. This is the black badge for DEF CON 25. Since Lost wasn't there, they made gold coins, which isn't as aesthetically cool, but it is still these. It's a massive cryptographic challenge in it. And I'll give you an example of it's just images of lettuce. If they laid them all out in a row, it actually creates a strip of 0 through 9 squares, which means this is a grid of numbers. That grid of numbers doesn't go over 26 at any time, so because of that, it actually comes...
Okay, what does this have to do with Animalville? I have no idea. Also, these are already solved puzzles. I can literally take 5 minutes, read this shit, and present myself also being good at cryptography, even though I barely can differentiate hardware between software. Okay, maybe I'm slightly smarter than that, but still.
Creates a strip of 0 through 9 squares. That WAV
that
is called
it?
celestial bodies. If you visualize stars.png on the out to the next message.
Okay, so he has no proof except the fact that, oh, cryptography, or whatever. Okay, yeah, again, no proof. The closest he got to actually proving something was the voice changer thing, but again, he didn't even mention the fact that he had a second puberty, which is the thing that he previously constantly mentions, the reason why his voice changed so much. Because he had a second puberty. Also, normally the first puberty comes in a very specific time. Not just... You can't be 25 and still be like, oh, my body's developing. Freak. Anyway, all of this is pretty bad. Well played, PirateSoftware. People are gonna dismantle you probably with, actually providing evidence. And I'm gonna watch those videos also. Considering we know that all of this is lies, except for the voice thing where there is doubt in that can be put in. Anyway, 10 out of 10 PirateSoftware. Bye!